Since their arrival in the United States, they have already killed 24 people.
Rookie numbers. Billy the Exterminator kills 24 people by accident. If he was really taking risks, he'd be out there fucking naked like he's spring breaking. Can't say I'm impressed. Yeah, I like to take risks, which is why I'm out here in full medieval armor.
He risks his life on every job.
Pussy.
Skirts of Bisbee.
What an appropriate name for a bee removal expert. The guy lives in Bisbee. That's like some comic book shit.
This town used to 60,000 bees.
Holy shit, that's good though. Bees are super good. That's great news, actually. We should be celebrating. Or unless killer bees are bad because they don't pollinate. Maybe, I don't know. They don't pollinate? Fuck these bees then. Giving the hard-working bees a bad name. The Honey Nuts Cheerios guy doesn't deserve to have his name slandered with these fucking disgusting killer bees.
Him to make sure his suit is well zipped up.
Nothing gets my dick hard like smelling some killer bee venom in front of my face. They don't even make honey? What do they do? Smoke weed and play Fortnite? What kind of fucking freeloading useless creatures are these things? They do make honey? Fuck, no, I don't even know who to believe. Which one of you is a registered zoologist? I hope the cameraman's in a full tactical suit like this, otherwise he's super fucked. Or he's the strongest X-Men there is. Immune to bee stings. And apparently this cameraman is super short because this camera is at like their nipples right now. Do they have a child filming this? Okay, now keep in mind when I say this, I am not a registered killer bee scientist, but if I was designing the suits of armor against this menace, I certainly wouldn't put holes in the face mask. I'd make it out of like glass or something, like an astronaut's helmet. So that way I couldn't accidentally get stung on my nose because I bent over too far. No oxygen? Then put an literally just give them astronaut suits then, fuck it.
And if I get stung right between the eyes and the forehead, both of my eyes swell shut. And it feels literally like
why don't they just dress up like Nautilus from League of Legends, like that entire underwater apparatus shit?
All your attention, you can't even think.
Why not? Yeah, it'd be a little heavy, but
this many bees and
so what? Get some real men to wear it and take down the bees. I wouldn't trust this lady. She might be a group of killer bees in disguise. Like the cockroach from Men in Black.
To investigate the problem on his own.
Oh, it looks like I've identified the problem. You've got a killer bee problem.
The problem
That'll be $2,000, please.
Reed notices the gap
as well as
between the
gas.
brick wall and the roof eave. That neighbor is way too close.
Jesus, get out of there, lady!
Damn it, right on the nose again.
Reed gets stung again through his net.
I think that's just his fetish, getting stung on the nose.
And not just wound or drive away intruders. They will kill them. And then keep stinging the corpse, whether it's a
That's
dog,
hardcore.
a horse, or a person.
That's like some CIA trained bees right there.
Bees inside of the wall.
God damn.
An alarm pheromone is also released to mark the victim, so that more bees can come and attack.
That pheromone travels very quickly through the air, and so
Why didn't humans ever develop this kind of technology? Like our tailbone extends when we want it to, like we flex our ass cheeks real hard, we extend a barbed stinger from our tailbone, just secrete poison when we need to. That seems so efficient. That would have taken the Rikishi Stinkface in the WWE to the highest level.
And the remaining bees will not attack.
Cowards.
They will bunch up together, usually in a corner or something. And
Yeah,
just
group hug
talk
in the
about,
shower.
Oh, that was the worst day we ever had.
Yeah, whatever. What losers. They don't even fight till the last man. Genghis Khan would have beheaded those bees for that kind of betrayal.
There are often dangerous drug smugglers or illegal aliens trying to cross the border.
Wait, so they not only stop killer bees, but they stop illegal immigration?
This is an 80-footer, right? My partner.
Damn, these guys are a jack of all trades.
Up there, protection that they're putting
Jesus
out.
Christ, this is a really tall tower.
We got about another 15 feet to go, Chewie.
Did the bees construct this to make it harder for people to get rid of them? Expert technique, that's why he's the professional.
Oh,
The squeegeeing it.
Oh my lord.
Holes in it.
I'll make a little screen
Get the whipped cream in there, Jesus Christ, it's time sensitive. Chewie's literally dying down there at the bottom of the
With
crane.
the bees now sealed inside the tower pole, Chewie brings them back to the ground.
Boy, they're still attacking Chewie pretty good.
It all started in faraway Brazil.
Oh, is this the
Africanized
patient
bees were
zero of
actually
killer
created.
bees?
There was an experiment that went wrong. In 1956, at the request of the Brazilian government, a Dr. Warwick Kerr went to Africa.
What
to
a
bring
cool
back
name.
36 pure African queen bees.
That's a fucking awesome
because
name for a
European
supervillain.
bees were not
Warwick
good producers
Kerr.
in jungle conditions and very sickly.
So he crossbred these two types of bees. The result was a more productive, but more aggressive bee. Unfortunately, they escaped into the wild. These killer bees soon colonized Brazil and the other surrounding countries.
It's like a game of
By
Plague
1980,
Inc.
the
Holy
entire South
shit.
American continent was saturated with killer bees.
That's when the killer bee menace took over.
5 years later, the bees moved into Mexico.
Oh god, we're losing the
And by
US now.
1990, they had arrived in the US.
Oh, well then, yeah, who cares? Let them have an attitude. I don't give a shit if they got small dick syndrome and are a little aggressive. If they're still pollinating, then fuck yeah, let their numbers increase. I don't mind going outside in my full hazmat suit to protect myself. Pollination is super fucking important. That's fine. I'm on Team Killer Bees
Killed a
again.
beekeeper in Connecticut.
Of course, Reed
Oh
won't
Jesus
start
Christ,
till
the
he
school
makes sure they're gone.
children are about to be killed by the
This
bees.
is ridiculous.
Cannon fodder. Unless
Only
Reed
thing
is
I'm
using them
looking
as a
for, of course, is
distraction.
snakes. This is
Baiting the
like
killer
Snakeville.
bees out of their hiding space.
But
I've seen it
we're
in
around.
many spy movies.
Thanks, we're good to go. Oh my lord. Alright, there they are.
Man, the outside world looks
Alright,
scary.
we
I wouldn't want to
smoke.
walk through that huge grass.
Because
Probably
of
like
the
monsters
proximity
in
to
there and
neighbors,
pedophiles.
how
And
many
like
people
monster
live in this
pedophiles or
neighborhood.
something. Just
We're gonna
scary
smoke 'em
stuff
and
hiding in
really try
that
to
tall
keep them
grass.
Going.
Between 40 and 60,000 bees.
Really?
This is a worker bee. being
Holy
born. There's one
shit.
there. There's
At
another
that
one
point,
there.
just give them the barn.
And they are
Just let it go to the
pumping
bees.
out
They've earned it.
That is a bee being born, right there.
Oh, am I
She's
allowed to watch
chewing
this on
away
Twitch?
the wax
Jesus.
Covering on her cell. There's a bee that was just
Oh,
born.
good. Thank you for the
Yeah, now they're
censorship.
talking. Other bees out. Yeah, you're
Oh god, are they making out?
Let me help clean your wings.
Jesus, don't mount her.
There.
No!
Welcome to the world.
Thank
little
you.
girl.
Close
They're
call.
born fully developed. They're born adults. Come
What?
here and look at this, Jim. Oh, her head's almost out. Look at that.
Bees don't have a childhood? They're literally born? Oh my god, full grown?
Clean,
I had a
clean,
really
all
cool
girls.
story idea that kind of emulates that, but I guess the killer bees stole from me, or maybe I inadvertently stole from them. I had this idea
Honeycomb,
where a
sweet
woman,
All right.
or a man, it doesn't really matter,
Got it?
gets pregnant just spontaneously towards the end of her life. Like she's 90 years old and she gets pregnant. And within 9 months, she gives birth to a younger version of herself that keeps all of the memories she had. So she has immortality because she keeps rebirthing herself as like a 20-year-old
Honey
woman
Reed collects,
once
he
she
creates
reaches like
award-winning
90.
honey butters and
But it
honey
looks like the
mustards.
killer bees beat me to it.
Pollinated something.
Trademark it right now. Yeah, if someone steals it from me, I'll do what the guy for The Conjuring did and just sue.
Reed and Jim
I'll
have
wait
to
till it
work
makes a ton of
fast.
money and then I'll come
The
in with
neighbor's dog is
legislation.
tied up on the other side of the house and could get stung.
Please save the dog.
Boy, just today,
I don't want to see Airbud get hurt.
Doing this work, you can't not be
How much do they get paid? I don't know. Reed hasn't discussed it.
It's got to be 100% or.
Might get paid in sexual favors. Might get paid in the honey they collect. To be honest, there's no telling.
I think
Jesus,
we're gonna have to seal up. You know,
is he just burning the building down this
bees
time?
are very.
Yeah, I got to the scene and felt, you know, I'm pretty tired. I don't want to hunt down 40,000 bees this time. I just burnt the whole goddamn bitch down.
Looking around because.
They followed us.
So you got 30 stings just in the head.
I did. I had a pumpkin head. It was,
Oh, that's a shame. So now we get a little deeper into the lore of why Reed hunts bees now, because his mother got stung so much.
In 1998,
It's kind of like Batman,
Bisbee
but
was the scene of the
it was his
largest
mom
killer
that
bee
fell into the
attack in
well with the
world.
bats.
The bees immediately left the building and started.
Hey, those
attacking
aren't bees. That's
civilians.
a Sony Vegas or After
The bee's first
Effects.
victim was Deborah Strait,
effect.
who was driving her car with the window
Doesn't even look like
slightly
bees,
open
it's like
when
falling
a few bees
leaves.
entered her vehicle.
So I opened the door so they could.
Who do they think
find
they're
their
fooling
way
with that
out,
CGI
and
garbage?
A whole lot of them came. So I took my shirt off to cover my head, and then I realized what was happening. This was
I didn't have a bra on, so my
And if I
tits
got
were out
enough
flopping
of these,
everywhere.
I would die.
Pretty sure I gave a couple people some boners.
The first. He immediately ran up. to
What
help
happened?
us
Did they run
safely
out
to
of
his
budget to
father's
hire
house.
Reed and Jim? Why are we getting animated
He pretty much
bees
started
here in a
swatting
story?
me with fly swatter.
A creepypasta.
With over 100 stings on his head and down his throat, he was rushed to the hospital.
Bees.
This
these bees
filler
were stinging
content
birds
here is
flying
not what I'm
overhead.
here for.
They were stinging telephone poles, tires. It was complete mayhem, and it looked like a war scene.
What is it, the
actually.
Falador
Imagine a
massacre of
war scene.
killer
Bees
bees
with
here?
cars
Jesus
parked,
Christ.
doors open,
Nowhere is
running,
safe.
Lights on, police lights on.
There were people running around naked up the street, taking their clothes off, just throwing them off every direction.
Okay,
3 hours.
I'm gonna draw the line in the sand there. I don't think that happened.
And Reed, as he worked under pressure,
You're telling me you
to seal
got
off the
tits,
bees.
pussies, and cocks flying out everywhere because people are afraid of bees? That's the last thing I'd want to do.
Deborah survived
I wouldn't
over
want to be
500
super
stings,
naked and getting
thanks to
stung on my
immediate
labia
medical
and
care.
asshole.
Well, I'm glad you.
Ranch that has 37 horses.
That was the whole
Because
episode
there are
there?
numerous
That was
hives
the
on
entire
site, he
arc?
brings his wife, Fabrienne, along to help.
Flashback filler arc?
See rats. That's what they are. Trying to get honey, of course. Oh, wow. Looks like they killed a bull, too.
Good
Didn't
lord.
mummify very well.
They took down an entire
The
woolly
horses aren't
mammoth?
safe yet.
There must be hundreds of pounds of comb here.
On this job, Reed is able to save
So
a
he's
lot
he's
of
like the
honey.
Heisenberg of killer bee
These are all
honey.
empty because they were ready. Queen that's already mated and go form a ball of bees in a tree. to
Wait, does the
rest
queen bee
and
only mate
then
with a
shop for
single
new
bee
homes.
out of a
They're actually looking
colony
for
of
a new place to live.
40,000?
You know, something that size will have 7 to 10.
How do they choose who to fuck? Like the
Amazing,
biggest
isn't it?
Twitch
We don't
streamer
need
of the
a
bee
smoker for
colony?
this.
I don't
Come
understand.
to daddy. Here we go.
Or maybe she's just railed by the entire
Reed
football
drops the
team?
whole
I'm not
swarm
quite
into
sure
a
how it
bucket.
works.
And this is the most docile state